Let's talk the club. One more thing, like, subscribe, and share. Come on, let's talk the club. Woo!
Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Cutler here, the Let's Talk to Cutler Virtual Book Club, the Let's Talk to Cutler YouTube platform, the Let's Talk to Cutler. Let's spend these 1,800 seconds together on this Tuesday, October the 21st. I hope you all having a fantastic week. I am. I hope it's already off to a good start for you. I know it's only the second day of the work week, but I hope things are going well. I hope you all are doing okay. I am, and I hope that you are safe and well. And I'm just delighted to be here and just so glad that you all are spending this time with me because I get a chance to spend this time with you as well. So thank you for that. Thank you for being a part of the community and the village that encourages me, that motivates me, and that inspires me. If you're tuning in for the very first time, I hope it's then reciprocal. It is my hope to offer something that's inspirational, something that's motivational, but not only that, something that might challenge all of us to be our best selves, even in the worst of situations, because we all can work at that. We can all stand just a little practice at trying to be our best selves, even in the worst of situations, because God only knows that the worst situations, they show up, they come, they knock on your door. The worst situations don't discriminate. They just show up unwelcomed, unannounced, and it's just one of the benefit packages of life. You know how you have a job and you ask, what does my benefit package looks like? Well, sometimes just worst case scenarios are part of your benefits package when you're living here on earth. But listen, I still enjoy it. I make the best of it. I'm thankful. I'm grateful and all of that stuff. And I'm delighted that you all are here with me this evening. We're going to chit chat in a few moments about how to find greatness within yourself. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. I don't feel bad. My throat is not scratchy, but I hear it. It has this cadence in it. It's just not my normal rhythm. It's almost like something is interrupting my vocal cords, but that's okay. I'm here with you all and I'm glad about it. I'm going to shout out the LTTC VIPs in just a moment, but as you're coming in, do me a favor, say hi to everybody, let them know where you're tuning in from, and in case you brought something, beverages and stuff, make sure that you brought enough for everybody. Snacks, make sure that you brought enough to share. Virtually, that is. I see some people on, but they're not quite into the room. I'll give you all a chance to come on into the room, but I'll shout out the LTTC VIPs. But before I do, let me just encourage you again, if this is your first time, do me a favor and go ahead and subscribe. And after you subscribe, click on the notification bell that lets you know whenever I've gone live, like I am now, sitting here after having just walked. Maybe it's because I just walked not too long ago that my voice is saying, I got to catch up with you. But anyway, go ahead and hit the notification bell because it lets you know whenever I've gone live or whenever I've uploaded new content. Let me shout out those LTTC VIPs, the first 3 people that I see from my end who showed up in the chat. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but the ones who showed up in my chat first, let me shout them out. Queen Nita says, grand evening, everybody. Grand evening to you, my friend. Annie Cutler says, let's ride. For her, it seems like all of these conversations are a ride where we're just taking a journey, and we are. We're taking a journey to a place that's called better. And then let's see, next coming in third, Bobby Dunmore says, great evening, all. Great evening to you too as well, my friend. It's good to see all of you all. Sometimes I hear people say things like, they won't let me be great, and I'm just trying to be great, but they won't let me be great. And today I was thinking, what does great really mean? Are we all trying to be great? And I was wondering, and then I was thinking, I have to do a eulogy later this week, and I was thinking, do we all reach greatness in our lives? Do we all have the potential to reach greatness in our lives? And what does that look like? And why is it that some people will say or would say that, yeah, I reached greatness, I reached a point or a stage or a state of greatness when I wonder if other people will say, no, I never got to that stage. I never got to that point. I never got to that particular plateau in my life. And I was thinking to myself, Cutler, do you think you've reached greatness? And so I want to ask you all, do you think you have reached in your individual lives? And you all talk back to me this evening because I'm wondering what this conversation is going to look like. Tell me in your own way, if you had to measure, and this is nobody else's measurement of your life but you, would you say that you have achieved greatness in your life? I'm really curious. You can just put in yes or no. The question is, have you achieved, would you say that you have achieved greatness in your life? And that's without me having to define greatness for anybody, but it's just you thinking about what greatness is, what it looks like subjectively, what it looks like, feels like, how it plays out in your life. Have you achieved greatness? I'm not asking, have you achieved fame or have you achieved fortune? Have you achieved a status where everybody knows your name? No. That's not what I'm asking. But I'm simply asking, have you achieved greatness? And I'm asking that question because as the holidays are coming, you all, we tend to compare ourselves with other people. And I don't want us to get caught up in that. We say it every year, we talk about it, but I really, really don't want us to get caught up into this spiral of comparing ourselves to other people and comparing ourselves to their lives. I was looking at social media earlier today and I thought, oh my goodness, and I saw how people are already they're posting decorations for Christmas. We haven't even got through the end of October, and people are posting decorations for Christmas about what they're going to do, how they're going to entertain, what they're going to decorate, how they're going to decorate, all those sorts of things, and how they're going to have the best and the biggest and the brightest, and all those sorts of things. And I thought that is interesting, and that's just a microcosmic view of what the world is like. People will put their best selves forward out of social media. They will put their best selves forward so that in some cases, so it looks like they live these wonderful lives. And of course, nobody is going to tout the horrible parts of their lives. If people are going to, if they're going to publicize and promote their lives, I would suspect that they're going to show the glamorous side. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I think when people only look at an individual's glamorous side, they have a skewed vision of reality, and then they start thinking, that's their reality. Their reality is all. Their reality is all that I see online, and their reality has no flaws. Their reality has no failures. Their reality has no foibles. Their realities has no mistakes. Their realities have no hardships. Their realities have no downfalls. Their realities have no potholes. But that's just what we see. And a lot of times we find ourselves comparing ourselves to that only, particularly over the holidays. And you all see I'm putting a lot of emphasis on these upcoming holidays because this is where people become subject to low self-esteem and depression and those sorts of things. And I want to speak to us and just remind us. I come with my offering today is just a reminder, an offering to remind you that greatness is within you. Greatness is within you. I made a note. I just wrote something down today, and I was saying, and this was a note to myself, and you all can take this and do what you want to with it. But I wrote a note that says, stop waiting for greatness to find you when greatness lies within you. I had to say that to myself. Stop waiting for greatness to find you when greatness lies within you. Initially, I wrote, stop waiting for greatness to find you when it's sitting right beside you. And I thought that was nice, and it sounded cute and cozy and comfortable, because to think that greatness is accompanying me. But when I took it to another level, you all, the whole notion was stop waiting for greatness to find you when it lies within you. It's not just sitting beside you all, but it is literally within you. Greatness, what is it, Cutler? Greatness is the ability to show up the best you can. That's what it is. It's not about having a seven-figure salary. It's not about having the biggest house or the best cars or the best clothes or the greatest vacation. But greatest is simply the ability to show up the best you can. And a lot of us have the gift or the talent to really. We have these abilities to foster the greatness in other people, and we don't even realize it. Can I tell you that one of the most powerful ability that a person can have is being able to inspire greatness in others? And I thank God every single day for the people who have been a part of my life who helped to inspire greatness in me. even when I didn't see it in myself. Do you not know that some of you all who are watching and will watch this broadcast and participate in this conversation, the greatest ability that some of you all have is being able to inspire other people into their own greatness and to inspire greatness to manifest in their lives. It would be wonderful if we all could be doctors and lawyers and engineers and astronomers and astrologists and astronauts and nuclear physicists and multimillionaires and billionaires. It would be wonderful if we all could be that and those things. But the most powerful ability that a person can have is being able to inspire greatness in those people. And that ability lies within some of you all, and you just don't see it and you overlook it. I had a conversation because I had to speak over this past weekend, and I reminded people there's a miracle inside of you. And some of us walk past a mirror every single day, and we're on our way in pursuit of something. But may I say this to you all, that the most powerful ability a person can have is being able to inspire greatness in others. And for some of us, we walk past mirrors every single day. We walk past a mirror every single day, and we are in pursuit of miracles and greatness when we didn't stop to back up and look in the mirror and say, there is a miracle looking back at me. There is greatness right there. So I want you all to know that greatness is within you. Lotus Egyptian Flower says, good evening, Cutler and chat. The most high place, everything we need inside of us. We need to unearth our talents and gifts to let our light shine. That is my belief. I absolutely believe the same thing. And thank you for posting that. I certainly do. That we have everything within us. Greatness lies within us. And it is our responsibility to make it shine, you all. And as you allow your greatness to shine, you're lighting the way and the path for other people. Greatness is not about achieving perfection. See, I think our perspective may need to change on this, because greatness is not about achieving perfection or flawlessness, but it is about consistently putting forth your best effort. And you all hear me say it so many times. We are on the road. We're on our way to a place that's called better. And better does not have to happen 5 months, days, or years from now, but better happens when you realize I have the wherewithal inside of me to find better. I'm looking for better, and better is looking for me. It's mutual. It's reciprocal. And better happens as soon as you realize, as soon as you conceive within yourself that this is not as good as it gets, and it won't always be like this. So greatness is not about being flawless, but it is about consistently putting forth your best effort. Listen to this. Even when things are hard, even when things are rough, even when things are difficult, even when things are daunting, even when things are challenging, even when things are cloudy, even when things are vague and ambiguous, greatness is about putting forth your best effort, even in the most difficult of times. So what does it mean, Cutler? What does it look like? It means that I must make continuous improvements. I must be committed to continuously improving. A couple weeks ago, I sat out, I started out on this journey, making sure that I would recommit myself to better health, to continuous improvement, because I said, I want to live as best I can for as long as I can. And I just made the commitment. I'm going to make sure I engage in physical exercise, that I'm going to move around. I'm going to make sure that I'm careful about the things that I eat, about what I put inside my body. I've made that commitment to what? Continuous improvement. That's what greatness is all about. It involves this commitment to continuously improve. It's about pushing your limits. I don't want to settle for status quo. I don't want to stay inside the box. I don't want to be just this, but I want to be more than this, because I have the wherewithal inside of me to be more tomorrow than I am today. I hope that just helps somebody. We have the wherewithal inside of us to be more tomorrow than we are today. Learn how to push your limits. Learn how to evolve. Learn how to become. And not only this commitment to continuous improvement, not only making sure that I push my limits so I don't settle for where I am. I don't want to be where I don't want to be to tomorrow where I am today. I don't want to be 5 years from now, if God should allow me to stay on the earth. I don't want to be 5 years from now where I am today. You want to push your limits. You want to use all of your gifts, all of your talents, all of your skills, all of your abilities. Apply them to all of the challenges that come your way. That's why I said we're here, because we want to talk about inspiration and motivation, yes, but we also want to talk about how we can challenge ourselves to be the best version of ourselves, even in the worst of situations. Greatness is an ongoing process of becoming your best self. And we're all on that journey. Thank you, Annie Cutler. We're all on that ride. We're all on that journey of becoming our best selves. No, it's not a destination of flawlessness, but it is a journey of becoming my best self. And some of us, we're sitting around and we're waiting. Well, I'll wait. Greatness will catch up with me. No. You've got to find greatness. And when I mean find greatness, look within yourself and realize, you know what? There it is. There it is right there. There it is. I'm pushing. I'm doing something. Thank you, Bobby Dunmore. I press toward the mark of a higher calling to be more tomorrow than I am today. Some of us are settling. And we get old and we settle. But I come with an offering. I challenge you to do better. I come with my offering is the platter of reminding you that you can be more tomorrow than you are today. What does it mean we have to do? It means that you don't need to focus on perfection to start. What, I can be better? I can find greatness? Absolutely. What matters is taking the first step to giving it your best, pushing forth and giving things your best effort. Years ago, when I was an undergraduate student at Howard University, I had the overwhelming opportunity to meet so many people. And I met one person who was a hero of mine at the time, and that was the late, great Arthur Ashe. And a quote by Arthur Ashe said, "Start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can." Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Little by little, victories are won. Bit by bit, success is obtained. Start where you are. Use what you have. What's in your hand? What's in your heart? What's in your cupboard? What's in your life? Use what you have and do what you can. See, some of us say, well, let me go and procure all the supplies. Let me go and get all the equipment. Let me wait until my heart is right. Let me wait until my mind is right. No. Start where you are. Look inside yourself today, right now, in this very moment. Look within yourself. And you say, I may not be all that I want, but I'm all that I have right now. Listen, some of the things that come out is just on the moment of inspiration. I may not be all that I want, but I'm all that I have right now. So let me start where I am and let me use what I have. If I don't have anything other than what I have now, that's all I have. And so use what you have. Do what you can. And ask yourself and pose those questions. What can I do? Thank you. Marissa says, what can I do to add to my life? What is my next challenge? And those are some of the things that we do. Let me do an assessment of where I am now, so that way I know what I have. And if I know what I have today, let me just seek for a little bit more tomorrow. See, it starts by doing a personal inventory and evaluation, which some of us don't want to do. We don't want to stand in the mirror and look at ourselves and say, hey, this is who you are. This is what you have. But guess what? By this time tomorrow, by this time next week, by this time next year, strive to have more. So when you stand back in front of this mirror and you do another evaluation or assessment, you can say, I have more now than I had then. And I don't mean things, but perhaps I have more integrity. I have more character. I have more perseverance. I have more persistence. I have more grace. I have more tolerance. I have more patience. Start where you are. I have more dreams. I have more goals and ambitions and desires and aspirations. You can have more tomorrow than you did today. And then it is a matter of working till those until they fall and they come into fruition. That is the whole notion. So you're not just focusing on effort. You're not just focusing on perfection, but you're focusing on effort. Let me make the effort. Let me do something. Let me get started today. And you embrace this notion of continuous improvement. Rome was not built in a day, and neither was your home, your house, or anything. The clothes you're wearing, they weren't built in 30 seconds. They weren't constructed or sewn together in 30 seconds. Your house wasn't built in a day. Your food wasn't prepared within 1 minute. Even if it's microwavable, it took longer than that for it to be packaged so it could be microwaved. So embrace this whole notion of continuous improvement. Greatness emerges through a journey. What kind of journey? Color, a journey that involves learning and unlearning, growing, which only can happen after you what? Start. Get started. Get started on the journey. Some of you have been on the journey, but you didn't even realize or recognize that you were on the journey. You didn't even give yourself credit for being on a journey. I challenge you to stop now and give yourself credit for recognizing that you have been and you are on a journey. And as you are on this journey, push your boundaries. Press toward the mark. Push your boundaries. Why would you say that? Because I was reading something a few days ago, some time ago, that said true greatness is found when you push yourself to do the things that you thought you were incapable of doing. That is true greatness. Just push yourself. I didn't think I could do this, but let me push myself. I celebrated this past June a milestone birthday. And growing up, my grandfather was a jazz pianist. And I used to sit with him and I would play and I would play and I would play. And then I became so disheartened about playing for whatever things life happened. And I just decided that I just wasn't going to play, didn't want to play. But I could always score music. I played the clarinet and band. I would dibble and dabble with the piano in privacy. But one of the things I said I was going to do by this past milestone birthday, I said, I'm going to re-engage with the keyboard. And as I celebrated, I sat and played. What am I saying? Push yourself to do the things that you thought you were incapable of doing. I'd almost given up on playing. Couldn't read the notes, couldn't read the music anymore. But I learned, I pushed myself. I'm telling you all what I've taught. So this is me being transparent, you all. This is not me being theoretical and philosophical. This is me being transparent about the things that I've done and that I continue to do. Learn how to develop learn how to develop multiple facets of yourself. You're just not single faceted. I mean, you're just not one dimensional, but you're multi-dimensional. And as you are multidimensional, there are multiple facets of you. You have multiple gifts and multiple talents and multiple skills. Stop looking at what everybody else has and look at what you have. And learn to use those skills, because greatness is a combination of all of the skills that you have. And some of you are sitting saying, well, what skills do I have? Some of you can communicate and reach people that I would never be able to reach or communicate with. So it is understanding how you even communicate, your gift to reach people, your gift of being able to communicate. Sometimes it is your gift of being able to speak up for yourself, or to speak up for the underdog, or speak up for other people. Those are gifts and talents. The ability to stand the storm, withstand the storm, stand through the storm, the ability to bounce back and to be resilient when you're dealing with challenges and things that come to knock you over. These are different facets that we have. The ability to hold your peace in the midst of chaos. When to say nothing in the midst of clamorous noises. And that's what being great is all about, you all. It's about taking responsibility. Responsibility for your own actions, responsibilities for your own thoughts, responsibilities for the decisions that you make. And then as you're taking responsibilities for your thoughts and your actions and all of your decisions, you say to yourself, I'm going to thrive despite all of these difficulties. I'm not just going to survive, but I'm going to thrive. I'm not just going to exist, but I'm going to thrive. I'm not just going to be, but I'm going to thrive. I just want to encourage you to know that greatness lies within you. It is within you. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and get started. Get started seeing the greatness that lies within you. And keep on going. Keep on going. Start on your greatness journey and keep on going. Some days you'll have fast days, some days you'll have slow days, but keep on going. Confucius said, it does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Keep going. Keep going. And stop looking at what other people are doing. Stop saying, oh, it can't be done. It seems impossible. Yeah, it's always impossible until you get it done. It's always impossible. That was Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it's done. And sometimes we think it's impossible and then we see other people do it. And sometimes they make it look so easy and we try to do it like they did it. But you can't always do things like other people. It always seems impossible. Yes, I realized that there was a glitch there, but it always seems impossible until it's done. I just want to encourage all of us. I want to encourage all of us to find the greatness that lies within us and keep going. Get in pursuit of your greatness. Realize and recognize that you're on a journey and keep going. Doesn't matter how slowly, but keep going. Doesn't matter. It does. So start where you are, use what you have, do what you do, and keep going. Look inside of you. In fact, after this broadcast is over, I challenge every single one of us to go to the mirror and say, you know what? I've taken you for granted. I forgot to look and see and recognize the greatness that lies within you. There is greatness within you. There is greatness within you. Listen, y'all, let's keep doing what we do. I'm not even going to be here the whole 1800 seconds. Recognize there's greatness within you. Stop looking outside of yourself and look inside yourself and find the greatness. Let's keep doing what we do. Let's keep building a community, maintaining connectivity, stay safe, stay sane, keep your heads up, keep your hopes up. Know from my heart to yours, there is and always will be so much love, you all. I'm so thankful that we get to spend this time together. And until the next time we get the chance to chit chat, tell somebody, come on and let's talk to Cutler. Have a great evening, everybody.